Hey my friend, this is Bakhmoutski, author of Simplify Cancer and founder of Power to Be Happy. Listen, welcome to day 4 of our 14-day lockdown challenge. How to stay sane, steady and strong in the time of pandemic. Because these are crazy times, right? And being locked up all day, sometimes you feel like frustrated and tense, and you feel like you feel tired as well because it's stressful, right? It just wears you out. So we want to have enough energy, enough good energy to get you through the day, to get rid of the stress. The other day we talked about tension, right? And how to relieve tension on an emotional level. But also a great way to get rid of tension, to get rid of stress, is to get rid of it physically, through our bodies, right? Because that makes a huge difference, right? That's just another side of how you deal with stress. And to me, I've really stumbled upon exercise and movement. Oh, this isn't going to be some weird thing I'm going to tell you about, but I really stumbled onto it by chance. Because I was the type of person who would really laugh at people who were like into exercise. I was like, you're all sweaty and tired, like how can this be good for you? So it really changed my perspective after I've gone through cancer, right? As you know, because throughout this whole challenge, I'm sharing you the things that I've learned through dealing with the cancer that helped me to deal with isolation, with the kind of extreme stress, through social distancing way before it was cool, right? So when I was going through cancer, I was going through I had the surgery, I had chemotherapy, and as I was going through it, I was on steroids, right? Which is this medication that really dialed down all my kind of side effects from chemo, which was great because it made me feel so much better. But it also just made me eat like crazy. So I put on heaps of weight, and I really I was in a bad way, and I wasn't feeling great at all. So what my oncologist said, look, man, if you want to decrease your chances of heart disease and just living a good life, you got to get back into shape. You got to change your body composition. I was like, changing your body composition? What does that even mean? And turned out it was basically a polite way of saying, that I got fat and that I need to lose weight. So I got to work. I started to eat better. But most importantly, I changed completely my approach to exercise. I went to see exercise physiologist, and she prescribed me some exercises that I could go and do so that I could kind of push myself a little bit, but not too much, like without really stretching myself. And that was a huge thing. So that's something that I highly recommend you do. And even if you're stuck at home, you can do like telehealth or like video conferencing appointments. So these are the people who've been trained to do this. They know the science behind it, and they actually prescribe exercises for you. So I would highly recommend that you do that. On a personal level, though, I want to share with you really the 2 things that have really transformed my life in terms of having more energy. And by energy, I don't mean just kind of losing weight, because that's something that took a little bit of time, but also just feeling better every day. I never realized that by moving, like your kind of body kind of gets going, and your metabolism starts to work differently, and you start to feel differently as well. So the 2 big ideas I have for you today is, one is having a morning routine. Like that's just been, for me, honestly, transformational on every single level. I have a morning routine that I do in terms of like just physically, mentally, and emotionally that puts me in a good place. I do some exercise, and I'll put a link. I'll do a video for you in my garage where I'll share with you like the routine that I do, right, and the things that I do every morning that really help me feel normal. And this is something that I think is even more crucial right now, as we're going through this pandemic, as we're going through this, all of this crazy stuff, it's even more important to have routines that you can fall back on. Things that are going to get your body moving. Things that are going to get your stress out. Things that are going to give you more good energy to do what you need to do in your life. So with that in mind, I wanna talk to you about how you can do the morning routine. I would suggest that this is something that you do every time you wake up. So from the moment that you wake up, you know that you are going to do a set of exercises. Now you can do certain things online. I highly recommend that you get in touch with exercise physiologists. Like I said, even if you can't go and see them face to face right now, you can set up an online appointment through video conferencing. They'll do some quick assessment of you, and then kind of they tell you what they would recommend you can do in your home or on your own, like without any fancy equipment, that you can do on your own in the morning to get your day going. Like I said, I will share with you the exercises that I do every single day, just to give you an idea of how it works for me. And personally, I have to say that it's just been completely transformational, because I personally cannot tell you how important it's been for me just to be able to clear my head. It's just been an incredible, life-changing thing. I mean, I can't oversell you on this now, but it's really, really important, because when we wake up in the morning and our life has been changed by the pandemic, by everything, the world's going crazy around us, we want to have some stability. We want to have something that gives you good energy, that keeps you grounded, that keeps you moving forward. So have a ritual in the morning of where you can do exercise in whatever way that works for you. Like I said, I'll share with you some of the stuff that I've done before, but I'm sure you can find a professional who can help you and tailor it for you. The second big idea I've got for you is constant movement. This is something you can do whatever your health situation is, wherever you're at right now. But it's something that's changed for me. I kind of feel like being around the house, the way that I look around my life, is I look at it as something where I feel like I constantly need to be moving forward. And so I've changed the things that I do around my home. I've shortened the time where I sit down, where I rest. I mean, there's times to have rest, but there's also time to get moving, a time to get things done. I now have the mindset of getting things done. And even though they might not be huge, kind of epic things that are going to change your life in a big way, but I like to get things done. And if you take an approach to life, like, what can I do right now? Where can I go inside the house? Can I go out to the garage? Can I go and grab something? Can I do something in the garden? Can I fix something over there? Can I reposition stuff with the furniture? Can I move books somewhere? It becomes an interesting way to get around life. Or what can I cook, right? It becomes something that you're constantly doing something. You constantly feel like you're doing stuff. Because you're walking around, you're going from one place to another, you're doing stuff. And that's great, because that means that your body is constantly generating more energy. It becomes something that doesn't wear you out, which is like super counterintuitive, but it becomes something that gives you even more energy. So when you're constantly moving about, when you take on this mentality, which for me took a while to sink in, but I can't recommend it enough, is to look at your home as your fortress, as something where you feel comfortable in, and where you're going to set everything up to be something that you love, to be something that you enjoy. And when you do that, you're going to want to be able to change things. You want to be able to have things in the right place to make you feel good. You're gonna want to make nice meals for yourself and maybe people you care about, who you live with, right? So it completely can change the way you look at your own life. And as you do that, right? You're constantly moving. You're constantly getting stuff done. And like I said, that gives you great energy. It makes you feel good, like physically, like your body, because you're always doing stuff. Even when you're on the phone, like I take on this mindset of doing this, basically walking and talking. If I'm on the phone, I'm constantly walking around the house, doing something. I'm like doing the dishes or cleaning something up or whatever it is, right? Okay, maybe I just made up that whole part about cleaning. I don't really do that all that much. But you know what I mean. Like you could do that if you wanted to. So I love doing that, and I highly recommend doing those two things. One, the morning routine, and one is just moving around the house and making your house your fortress, somewhere you love being, something that you genuinely feel good about, and you feel proud, to have this place that you have, whatever your place is like. I want to thank you for sticking through this and being here, with me, because I want you to know, again, I want to remind you that you're not alone. Whatever your circumstances are, even if you're by yourself right now, I want you to know that you're not alone. I'm here with you. We're all going through this together. The entire world, we're here. We're trying to get through this thing together. I'm here for you. I'm cheering you on. I'm proud that you're part of this and you're here. I mean, it's day 4. We're talking about energy and you're still here. So we're here and going through this together, which is crucial, right? Because it's alone. It's alone that we suffer, but together we hope. My name is Joe Bakhmoutski. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to see you tomorrow in day 5.